are just about to go live.
It's about to go
All
there.
right, welcome to Tea Time with Olive. And the topic today is love and relationships. And from what we see on social media, I mean, we see all these people emotional and hate and love, and they're in a relationship and they're not in a relationship. So we decided to, since Carlito just has a book coming out, we decided to go ahead and talk about a little bit about love and relationship, right? Carlito, the audience already know you, but go ahead and introduce yourself one more time.
What's up, everybody? Carlos Cicada here, an author, peak performance coach, and a one-of-a-kind speaker. Not a motivational speaker, because motivation is temporary. Inspiration, it becomes part of who you are. And that's what I want for your love and your relationship. Inspiration. I want you to awaken that love every day. When you walk in the house, when you leave the home, with all the love in the world. You got social media going on over here live.
Right.
All the love and passion every time that you walk into your home. And that's what I wanted to awaken the love in every single person that we talk here. And I want you guys to feel that love.
Right. And you know what? And the thing is that love is in so many different ways, and so many, people have different way of expressing their love, But sometimes I realize that in relationships, it's just, I think people get too much into each other's business. There's no privacy. There's, you feel like you're in jail, And love shouldn't be like that. Love should be in a way that you're comfortable of being who yourself. And I have to say, I have the most amazing mentor that I love her to death. And I spent so many times with her. I mean, hours I spent with her. And sometimes we talk till 5 o'clock in the morning, and the things that she talks about, and she's such an amazing example in my life that, she always tells me that, love has to be comfortable. Love has to be in a way that you respect each other's space. It's not about, where did you go? What time did you come? No matter what happens, you have to respect people's space, because if people don't have, I think people don't have freedom to do what they like to do, because we're individual people. It doesn't mean when you get married and you become one. Yes, in some ways, but I think it should be comfortable. What do you think?
I agree with you. Mm-hmm. What happened is, in love, if you're trying to control somebody, and eventually, let's say if you succeed at controlling your partner, but it's gonna get to a point where it's not going to be fun anymore. There's going to be no more variety. It's going to be no more surprise, no more uncertainty, because it becomes all about, okay, I want to control that person, and then you try it for years and you succeed. By that time, the relationship eventually is already destroyed, because you focus on so much on controlling your partner that now it's become just the controlling force, and now it's no more, you already know what your partner is going to do. You already know how they're going to act. You already know, it's not even no more surprises, no more uncertainty.
The joy goes
and
away.
You gotta have that in a relationship.
Yes, I have the little things in my life, the little things that I like. I get a text like during the day while I'm busy doing something. I get a little text saying, "Hi, baby," and that really makes my day. Little things. It doesn't always have to be big. This guy does it really big. He goes out of his way. He's so romantic. I mean, every time he walks into the office, whoever, and he's a good-looking guy, right? He walks in, it doesn't matter if it's girls or guys, he talks about his wife. That's all he does, right? Which is awesome, which is great. But not a lot of guys do that. I think in a lot of relationships, it's when both partner, I think, agree to keep their relationship out of public, out of social media, that's absolutely fine. I really respect that, if that's if both parties agree. But if one disagree, one acts like it's in a relationship and the other one acts like they're still single, then there's an issue there. That's not a healthy relationship. I don't call that relationship. But, a good friend of mine he talks about, he says relationships should happen organic, over time, without any boundaries, without any regulations, just unconditional love. And I think when two people give each other time to spend together, like let's say my partner makes time to spend time with me, I have to enjoy and appreciate the moment that he spends with me. I shouldn't go researching that who he was with last weekend or who is he talking with. That shouldn't be my business. I should do my part of loving him and enjoying my time and moments with him. Right? What do you think?
No, I totally agree. See, in coaching, there is 3 levels of a relationship. That's the one level of relationship where you do your thing, your wife does her thing. It's level number 2, you meet me, I meet you. It's almost like, it's like a trade, like it becomes like an e-commerce. Okay. And then level 3, you love the person unconditionally, independent of what it goes down. Like for all my men friends over there, all the husbands out there, whenever she says she's done talking, she's not done talking. I want you to be really present, and I want you to remember this. It's gonna save your marriage. When she says she's done talking, she's not done talking. Just double check. Are you sure, my love? Are you sure, baby? You know what I mean? Just trust me on this one. Presence is about everything. Trust me. Look, I coach so many couples that's always. I don't care how chaotic your relationship is. You want to reunite it? There is this thing that I call the interview of truth. Right. You sit down with your partner, and any one of you guys have a relationship goal? Right. I have goals in everything in life, and I believe in relationship. Right. You also have to have a goal in your relationship. Right. What do I want out of my relationship? Well, with everybody, not only with your married person, with your partner, also with your children, with your partners, with everybody. What is your relationship goal? Right. What is your purpose in your relationship? What do you want it to evolve? To become one, to become oneness, to become united, to become one soul. But in order to achieve that, there's going to be layers that you have to work on. Right. And I call the interview of truth. Like in human psychology, we have this thing that I learned from Tony Robbins called the 6 human needs. And basically, you interview your partner about each one of those needs. For example, what does it take for you to feel certain? What does it take you to feel significant? What does it take you to feel uncertain? What does it take you to feel love and connection? What does it take you to feel growth? And what does it take for you to feel contribution? Last time I did this with my wife, I thought it was going to be about 30 minutes. It took about 5 hours. But trust me on this, my friends. It will save your marriage. It will reunite it. It takes to another level. It goes a lot more into it. If anybody that's interested in coaching, I do that on the side as well. So you guys get a special half off. And just mention Tea Time with Olive at my website, Carlos Inspire on Facebook. But that besides the point. It's like you have to interview each other. Right. And then you have to understanding from your partner, when is the last time that you came to your partner and told her, babe, what does it take you to feel love? Right. What do I have to do for you to feel love? Right. What do I have to do for you to feel significant? And the same thing. She asked you the same questions. So now you understand. Now you understand. Because see, in a relationship.
But do you think, now I'm just saying all of talking. Do you think, why do you need to ask? Why can't you wait over time? You should know what makes him or her happy, right? Don't you think? Over time you should know it. Yeah. Little things you do, you share on Facebook all the time, right? So, and we talk, we're business partners. And the things that you do for your wife, you just do it. You just do it. You don't ask her that, oh babe, I'm gonna talk about you today at work. You don't do that. You don't ask her that, but you do it naturally because you know her and you respect her. And regardless if she's with you or she's not with you, our business is the kind of business that most of our business partners have their partner working with them, which is awesome, which is great. They have each other's support, but then there are some of us like me, for me, or some other people that that we are independent, right? Or some people like yourself, they are married or they do have a partner, but they're not in the business with them. But with you, it seems like as if she's always there with you because you always acknowledge her that she's she's this. I did this with my wife. I did this with my daughter, which is awesome, which is great. And so my point is that I think in a relationship, a lot of things happens organically. You don't really need to plan it out, but communication is good. I really don't like arguing because when you argue, when you raise your voice, that means, there's something is not there in that relationship. The understanding is not there. And if you're not happy, why are you in that relationship? Like you just said earlier, we could talk about friendship. Me and you, we have this friendship, right? This bond. We work together. We respect each other's space. Yes, I do bug you. Where you been? Why aren't you at the office? But I even that is a relationship. So it doesn't matter if it's your children, it's your coworkers, it romance, whatever it is. Respecting each other's space, I think it is a huge deal when it comes to relationship.
No, and I agree with you. What I was referring to, asking those questions, when the relationship is on the verge of a divorce. When the relationship is on the merge, when there is no more connection, no more love, then to reawaken the love, you have to go back to the basics, and you both are reminding each other what does it take you to feel all those needs. Because when you meet all those needs, if you can meet all 6 of those human needs, I'm talking about like vampire type of love. Like you wish vampires would exist. Where you bite that woman or that man of yours, you guys are eternally forever. I tell my wife to the next incarnation. You know what I mean? I'm just crazy, right? The other day, I dropped my wife at Target, and then she leaves the car. I'm with Isabella because wives, they like to take their time shopping. So Isabella and I, we go to the car and we on Facebook Live, or we taking photos. And then she gets off the car and I do my whistle. You know what I mean? And I say something crazy like, God damn! And she's like doing this, and all these other women around her, who the heck is that guy? Oh, it's my husband, he can't help it.
How cute is that?
I don't care. But you know what I mean? My wife said, you always been this way from day one. It just is subconsciously.
And how long have you been married?
This year's gonna be my 10th year anniversary, December 29. When it comes to surprise, I just go crazy. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I surprise, and then she likes number 9 last year, our 9-year anniversary. I surprised with 9 surprises. I made a bunch of roses, and then I put all over their staircase. I put a little sign note in the coffee machine. The coffee is as hot as you, woman. On the microwave, a little northern note in there. I open the fridge, have a little cake with a little note. I did 9 surprises.
Right.
She's like, what the heck? Is it gonna be over?
And you know what? I have to say, when you treat, it goes for both ways. It goes both partners. When you make each other feel special and you get to each other's needs, love, and all that, there's no insecurity for you to worry that if this person is going to cheat on you, because you're not giving them any reason to cheat on you. So you should just do your part. Don't worry about what your partner is doing. Worry and focus on you. You do the things that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And I'll guarantee you everything else would just kind of works out. But when you have too much expectation from your partner, because some people get burned out. Oh, I'm doing this, and I never see it back. Then don't do it. Yeah. You're doing it because you want to. It makes you happy. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Now, and what happened is people in a lot of relationships, they have too many rules. So what I urge all of you guys that are married for so long, or are in a relationship on the merge of breaking it, that you wanted to reawaken, that you love, then I really feel bad for the kids. It affects them tremendously.
Absolutely.
So when I'm coaching a couple or somebody, I do 1,000% because I want to save it beyond just helping the couple. I'm thinking beyond them. So you gotta quit all your rules. You cannot have rules in marriage or in a relationship, because whenever you have too many rules and controlling and all those forces, they push people away. Nobody wants to feel rude. You want to
push men away.
Yeah, you want to feel.
Men are different creatures. You ladies, you agree with me right there.
Just listen,
They think our book is this big. Their book is this big.
It comes down to just to listening and being present, understanding each other. Just communication. It's just like, it's not that complicated. As long as you communicate often, never go to bed without handling the problem. Always communicate each other's need. Always have trust. No matter what you do, you have trust. The other day a chick go on my Twitter.
Let me put you in the spot. Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
So what are you gonna do if your wife says that? Listen, Carlito, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to talk right now. What do you do?
You respect their space, but I still ask, are you sure?
And you're sleepy. You're about to go sleep, but you can't sleep because you have to take care of this problem. But she doesn't want to talk.
No, you see, you respect the space, but me, since I know my wife, if she says that, or any other man out there listen to this, if the woman tells you that, trust me, just give them the space, but you still push about 3 times. Are you sure, babe? I think we should talk. Or don't give up. Or I'll do something silly like, I talk like Donald, or I do something silly, or like trust me, I make a little sound, a little move.
Right,
I do my
right.
capoeira music, Caparanaue, and I use physiology, and I shift her.
You make her laugh.
I make her laugh. I shift her focus. I try. I just don't try one time. Okay, babe, we're going like
Right.
because no, you don't want to go to sleep because when you go to sleep.
You don't say fine.
No, you don't say that because when you go to sleep thinking about negative, or you haven't noticed when you go to sleep and you watch like a horror movie, then you have a bunch of nightmares about horror.
Yeah,
And the same
yeah.
thing happens in your relationship. You go to sleep pissed off at your partner for many nights. Guess what? Subconsciously in your mind, you're gonna be having like it's gonna be easy to be upset at your partner every time any little thing happen. You're
Right.
gonna snap. You're gonna be upset. Why? Because you went to sleep. Your mind process all those things subconsciously all night,
Right.
and now it becomes part of you. So
Right.
any little thing that she does or you do, guess what? It's gonna be an argument. It's gonna be a fight, and that's gonna pile and pile and pile, and it's gonna become a book like this thick. And that's what's happening. Is so that's why it's very important. Never rule number one: never go to sleep upset. Rule number two: communicate no matter what. And rule number three: be present. Be fully present. When you and I are talking, it's like we have breakfast this morning. We all shut down our phone. Is the three of us?
Oh, is that what I was texting him and he wasn't responding?
Oh yeah, and you know what I mean. And we have our things.
Okay, I'll forget
I
him.
call-
He was with his wife.
I call the triple trizzle Carlitos technique, which you guys will see in my book coming up soon, Dodging Bullets to Success. But so basically, we have three questions that we do in the table. You know, what are three things that you're grateful for?
Just 1 second. Again, if you guys are watching on social media right now, there's a better view if you go on YouTube, PTV1, and then click on the yellow icon, and voila, that's where we are. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Continue.
So we call it triple trizzle Carlitos way technique. So every time we have breakfast, lunch, or dinner together, every time that you have a chance, we have a round table. Isabella, my wife, and myself. Tell me three things that you are grateful for. Tell me three things that's gonna make you happy today, and tell me three things that's gonna make you closer to your goals. And then you can pick any goals: relationship goals, business goals, health goals, whatever goals you guys have. So we do that round table, and then we see Isabella. She skews the table, and then my wife and I now we have our conversations, and then we talk about anything. We have once a week. We have a special meeting. That special meeting, we talk about anything pending, anything that we wanted to address, anything that's part of our goals.
I do have to say, for married couple that have been married for 10 years, you guys spend a lot of time together. And I'm surprised you guys are not sick of each other. You do
No,
so much
trust me,
together.
my wife thinks that she could take a little bit more time. But I've been so busy with the booking
Right.
and doing speaking engagements and involved in our business, partnership that we help so many clients out there, business owners helping with lower their taxes and with their finances,
Right.
all the things that we are
See
involved
how
in so
smart
many.
he is? He just squeezed a little bit of business.
I just love businesses.
let's go
I'm
back.
always,
What do you do with business
so why
over
we have, trust me, that is time for everything. You can have 5 businesses and you can still spend time with your wife. You can still spend time with your kids.
There's no
I can still take my daughter to karate or to kung fu. You can always squeeze because I can take my daughter to kung fu. If I have to handle a business, I can bring my laptop or my computer, handle the business while you're watching your daughter play kung fu. So you always get creative.
Right.
And the same thing with
But
your.
again, here we go. We gotta squeeze it in, and the reason we have this lifestyle is because our business let us do that. Our business is one of our module is that family is first. So it gives you that opportunity, that chance to spend a lot of time with your family, with your loved ones, while you're making money. So while he's having discussions with his wife, I'm looking forward to meet you, by the way. While he's having his discussions with his wife, guess what? He's still making money. So that's the beauty of our business. So let me ask you about the book a little bit. Let me grab this really quick. So it is Carlitos Way, or no?
No,
Was that your website?
Carlitos Way Coach is my website, and the book Dodging Bullets to Success.
What made you choose that name?
The title.
The title, yeah.
I think growing up, I was around violence so much, and having the gun pulled on me when I was a kid, selling bread in my bike, seeing so much people die in Brazil.
Forget about mine. Forget about mine. Okay.
And then we have this thing in Brazil we call bala perdida, means the missing flying bullets.
Oh,
So
okay.
sometimes, you're driving, you go into school, you're driving, or you walk in the neighborhoods, and the gangsters are fighting, and they're shooting at each other from across the street or across favelas. And if you walk in that path, guess what? You get a bullet's gonna flying around your way. So what I used to do
I
is,
don't think the Brazilian government will like you right now.
so what I would do, if I was selling bread in my bicycle, yanky, I would drop the bicycle on the floor, and I would just stay on there on the floor, and I would just change my focus. I would sing, I would think of something positive. I would tell myself, I'm not going to die. I'm gonna live. I gotta bring the money to my mother because my mother was a widow. She needed help. She was a teacher, and teachers are not appreciated in many countries,
Right.
as you guys know. Should be the highest paid profession on the planet because they're the ones educating our children and educating to provide a better future.
Right.
And besides that point, my goal was to bring the money to my mom at home. And then whenever I see anything crazy, when I would get robbed, or if I see the bullets flying around, I would just, I would stay calm and I would stay focused. And seeing so many encounters with violence, with bullets, when I used to go door to door in the projects, at one time, they have this project in Boston called Jamaica Plan, right in Boston. So I'm up north, my beginning days, in USA, going door to door knocking, and then I hear a bunch of sounds inside the apartment. So you go in the projects in the hood, it's night, and you're a big Brazilian guy. I was like 300 plus pounds, 6'4", knocking this door, pop, pop, pop. Then I saw a bunch of people moving around, and I hear gun clicks. I was like, oh man, they probably were doing like a gun deal, a drug deal, or something. So they opened the door, a bunch of guys inside the place. Who the heck are you? And I was like, oh man. So, I had a big, heavy accent. So I go, hi, my friends, my name is Carlos. I'm from Brazil. I'm the cable guy. I'm here to bring you some entertainment. I was, shooting my pants, but I was like,
It is your personality, and
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it is your personality, and it's sometimes I wonder, out of all the students that Tony Robbins have, how did you become so special in his little circle? I should say in his big circle. How did you become? One, it's your height, you stand out. Second, it's his personality. Let me look at your hands. No, your hands is not as big as his.
Yeah, he's 6'7". He's monster.
Yeah, but really, it's about how you, even as a child, seems like as a kid, you knew what you wanted in the world, or where you wanted to go. And it seems like you were passionate as a child because you cared so much about your mother and her needs, and you're just a kid. You're trying to save yourself because you knew that there are people depending on you. And even right now, coming back to relationships, so we don't go off subject that much, it's because you, as a child, you were raised like that, caring and loving. So you give the same love to. I think it's the kind of person you are. Honestly, it's the love that you give to your clients, the love that you give your friends, your wife, your daughter, your business partner, right? So that's just your nature, and to change the conversation a little bit, it comes about raising children. And when you teach your children as a young age to love and respect, especially boys, it's so important. And look what's happening to the world. I think mothers have a really big role when it comes to children's life. And you have to, as mothers, we have to teach. You can never be best friends with your children, but you have to, don't forget that you're a mother and you have a big role. But as dad, you have to be a really good example, because it's not always about just talking. It's about action, showing them. If you want to teach them love and relationship and respect, then show them how you love and how you respect and how relationships are important to you. When you and I see a lot of single dads, unfortunately this happens, they might be really good fathers, they might be really good dads, but then they are not a good example as far as teaching their, especially daughters, teaching their daughters how important relationship is and respect is and things like that. So I'm just saying, I'm big on social media, and I do follow a lot of people, and I do have a lot of good friends. And sometimes, just because they think they're not posting stuff on Facebook about their personal life that their daughters don't see, kids nowadays, they are so smart. They're so smart. They get to see stuff. So we want to have beautiful beautiful world in the future to, and we could start it from here, from your own home, just like you're doing. How old is your daughter?
Isabella's gonna be 5 next month.
My God, and she's just a baby, but you're already teaching it, because the first love a father actually a daughter sees is the love from the father. That's the first crush and love, I should say, a daughter has. And I have really wonderful friends that, I'm not going to mention his name. He's an amazing father to his daughters. He takes care of them so wonderfully, even though the daughters are, teenagers, but he takes care of them amazingly. He's always there. He's a good example, from the church to this to that. He does that quite a bit, and that makes a huge difference, I think, especially as girls growing up. And you're doing an awesome job when it comes to that.
I appreciate it. I think it's like I'm so passionate in. That's one of the things that I became an inspirational speaker. My intention is to inspire the adults and the children and keep so that everybody, every couple, and every community, and it start talking about personal development at a young age to children, because it always starts with us.
Right.
In our homes, and then we can talk about our neighbors, and then my daughter see me coaching her mother, and then she see me doing coaching like over the internet. Absolutely. And sometimes she hear me, and then she tries to imitate me, and then now she likes to to learn, and then we always doing incantations, and she's like, watch this, daddy, watch this.
Right.
And then now we have this little thing that we do, a little heart at home, or we do the salute. So sometimes she looks at me from my corner, hey daddy, a heart for you, and then she sends me a heart. And then so she creates. She changed her mode. If something doesn't. The other day, a little boy came to the house, and then he tossed her toys on the floor, acting like a little bully. So Isabella, she was like, the salute sign, because she's 4.5, almost 5. The boy was like 3, so she started doing the salute. I started laughing. I was like. And then she's like, tell the little boy to come, and then she started talking to you very calm because she loves little kids and boys. Right. But it's just it makes me so happy see those things, and it becomes part of who they are. Like when the first time she went to the park, the little boy was acting up, was like cussing, and then she said, no, you're not supposed to cuss. And then she come over here, and she knows in order to be calm, we have this thing that we do at home, and she told the little boy, I saw her doing this, and I started recording the first time.
All these little things that she's picking up from you already, it's amazing.
It's crazy.
Those are the things that every little thing that they see is they're gonna pick up. If you're showing love to their mother, they're gonna, as girls, as daughters, they're gonna learn when they grow up, and they want to end up. That's what girls see, their dad's love towards their mom or towards themselves. That's the kind of man they want in their life. But a lot of times, girls, whatever they see with their dad, they might not talk about it. But if when they're older, if they're in a relationship, they're gonna put up with it because they think that it's normal.
Yeah.
But if you be every day, I put a post a couple of days ago. It was really about things. You want to be a better person. We're getting older. We're not getting younger. We got to be a better example. Do things right, even when nobody's seeing. You don't have to do it because you're not posting it on social media. Just don't do it as a person yourself. But when it comes to your partner, don't go around researching on your partner that what they're doing, where they're at, why aren't they here,
Navigation.
Why aren't they there? Because sometimes you could really push a loyal person to become unloyal because of all the things you do, and they feel like they're stuck in this relationship because of, I don't know, because of mortgage, because of car payments or kids or this or that. They feel like they're stuck, so of course they're gonna go out and find joy somewhere else. But if you give them everything in your own home, then there's no reason for your partner to go anywhere else. That's how I see it. So when sometimes women post about their partners that was cheating on me with this or that, I'm like, it takes 2 fingers to snap. So if that's happening, it's because you're pushing him or her to do that. And if that happens, then nobody's bad. Just walk out of that relationship. So we have just about 2 minutes left of this show. Carlito, go ahead and for closing, talk a little bit about your book. Here we go. we're gonna talk about your book.
So,
the website.
The website
can you
is
get it? When is it
Dodging
coming?
Bullets to Success. Also, I'm rebranding myself. A new website coming up soon, carlosinspire.com and Carlitos Way Coaching. And then you can also go on Facebook, Carlos Inspire, or you can go on Facebook, Dodging Bullets to Success. I'm always putting videos and blogs in there with updates. According to Create Space, it's almost out. I wrote out the entire book. I'm just having them editing it for me, putting all the commas and everything. So they're saying about within 5 to 6 weeks. So I'm crossing the fingers. We're now end of September, end of October, first week of November. That's the goal. And I also have a YouTube channel, Carlos Inspire, and then always talking about love and connection, and at the end of the day, contribution and growing together. Take your family, your wife, your kid, go contribute, go feed the hungers together, and don't post on the social media. Just do it for you guys. Your kids will see it. They're gonna bring much more love, much more closure, and it will take a relationship to the next level.
All right. Well, thank you so much. This was Tea Time with Olive. See you next time.
Have an outstanding day.